can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Caught. This is Ivory. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Chargers sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Johnson odds poke 3, football's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
To try here for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The A fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory...
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy Bears here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang out to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Chicago offense set to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Brings up third down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Back to throw. Fields. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Completes it again to Dobbs. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to pass the lane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Fields now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Montgomery. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
Now Fields on third and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. And now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. On 2nd and 9, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now Fields. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make. is sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And some room to roam now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. Patrick Mahomes, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we're out to check out another game, and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and come back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Personal foul.
Let's check in with our referee.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll drop to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give to Walker on the read option.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Holding, offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave can bring him down. Now back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now the try here for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. He'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Fields. Got Dobbs over the middle.
7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try the middle with Montgomery.
To about the 48-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Bears on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And now here is another interception.
And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive,
14 yards.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man. That's Ward. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Back to throw, Fields.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he will have the Bears 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields now to throw.
just get rid of it. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Finding his target, it's Ward. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
One more time for Ward here, and he's got it again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Carlos Basham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's complete to Ward. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He finds his man complete. That's Shelton. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Bears, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll have another home date next.